Hi, it's Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton. We're back outside again where we are finishing this sidewalk, laying the sand and the edges here for our new sidewalk in our English gardens. We've got the steps in. I'm going to show those to you here in just a second. We've got the fountain running in the background. I don't know if you can hear it or not over the kids that just got home off the school bus and the dogs barking, but more activity this afternoon in the neighborhood when everybody gets home from work. So come on and let's get started. Here we've installed the steps, and what we used here is just 3 angled step blocks, and that gave us a nice little bit of a curve, or I don't know, part of an octagon, I guess you might say, a step. And then what we've done is we've leveled it this way, and we've leveled it this way with a smaller level. And we filled this in with a little bit of culinary sand, and then we took these top stones and set them on top of the larger 9-inch stones, and I think these are 7-inch stones, and so we got about 9.5 inches from the bottom to the top, and that splits this right here in half perfectly. So our step is even so that nobody will trip, and that's very, very important. Remember, an even step from the top of these. You want to take your sand, your dirt, your sand layer, your rock paver base pad layer, your top of your stone layer, height about that little tiny up in about that much, and then you would take that measurement into the top of here, and that should be level, should be equal measurements from the top of your deck or patio to the top of your step to the top of your brick sidewalk. It's very important that these are very equal, and you never want to go more than 9 to 9.5 inches for a step. If that happens, go with 7-inch steps or 6-inch steps, and then bring them out farther and add another row of steps. Like my mother, she can't step up very high. She's shorter and she's, in her 70s, so I don't want anybody to trip and fall and get hurt. Now we're going to come back here and put a board back here, and we're going to fill this in with colored concrete, and we're going to smooth this out, and I'm going to draw some lines in the concrete, and I'll make it look like it's all one piece. Alright, so now we came here, and with our sand, we have started by leveling, by centering our paver block base with our steps. So we got our center line from here to the center cut in the back of this stone. That comes down here to the center. Then we took our measurement for our paver blocks here. We ran our walkway off the center of the steps, which is based off the center of this deck opening. Now here we've just used sand to do our leveling. We want a slight slope going down that direction and that direction. That makes all of our water go towards our drainage system that I showed you in that other video that we installed. Remember, we want the water to run away from the house, not towards the house. Alright, so this should have a slight step. Right there's level, right here's a slight drop. So just probably about a quarter of an inch drop from here to here. I hope you can hear me over the fountain. And then we're getting the same thing here. Perfect. Slight drop here, so we're going downhill that way. That's almost too level, but it's not once you get here, and that works when we get from here. Okay, so that's right. Okay, and that's right, okay. You know that I'm sold on the paver base, rock paver base. Okay, it's just a styrofoam-like material. It's got plenty of holes in it for drainage, and this is my go-to board. I don't have to do all the prep work and buy all that crushed stone and all that tamping and everything. It just isn't necessary with this. This really, we got these on sale at Lowe's, plus our 10% off military discount, plus a 20% off. So we got 30% off of these. So they were about $9 a piece versus the $13 a piece they normally are. So we got a nice deal on those this fall. So always wait for sales and buy them up if you can, if you know you're going to use them. Because this is probably one of the most expensive parts of the project, are the rock paver base. But let me tell you what it saves you. It saves you in stone delivery fees of about $100 to $125. It saves you on crushed stone, probably about 4 tons of crushed stone for this job. And I mean, it probably saved us probably about $1,500 to go this route altogether. And my back, and my husband's back from hauling all the stone. He's hauling sand, but he's not hauling stone. And what we're doing here is we're just going to, these lock together. You see the lip here? These just lock, they just sit together just like this right here, and they just lock together. But what we have to do is we have to get this sand built up so there's no push or pressure. See that? You don't want that. So you've got to get your sand nice and level. And you can see we have a dip here in the sand. Especially where I stood on it. Now once you put this on, you won't get those shoe debits anymore either. Now the best way to level this out, I find, is with my hands. Just like that right there. And we want this to slope down just a little bit. Now I just take my level like this right here. You can use a 2x4, but I just use my level because I know where I want to be. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of saw it like this and kind of find right where our low spots are, right there. Now we know I don't have a corner here. I know I'm low right here. And I'm low all through right in here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and place this on. We're running downhill, that's fine. Now when you get your stones on here, you know, these are going to not bend around as much. These are going to stay flat and level. That's why I'm putting the stones on. And that goes downhill. So we have a nice flow of everything going downhill. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to keep working it like this. We're just going to keep working it like this, and we'll be right back. Now with our diamond blade grinder saw blade, what we're going to do, and that's just a little hand grinder just with the diamond head saw blade, we're going to take a pencil or a marker or something, and we're going to mark these corners so that they meet up. I this line right here that I'm cutting, this angle, that right there should give us the angle that we need. So I'm going to have my husband cut these two without disturbing the sand because I have that all level. I'll get those stones in and we'll be right back. Meanwhile, I'll let you see my fountain. Beautiful sunset. Well, I can't really see anymore, so I think I'm going to have to wrap it up for the night. So far, so good. I'm gonna have to cut this one, so I'm just gonna use a regular box knife or a hunting knife. It doesn't really matter. You can cut these right up. Okay, it's a lot darker than what it looks like inside the camera here, so I think that's it for the night. I hope you've enjoyed coming along for the ride here as we build our paver block base patio and sidewalk area for inside our slip form stone wall. And our new fountain. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as you watched me lay the patio. Matter of fact, we actually have lights in it. Hang on, I'll show that to you. This is Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton. I hope you've enjoyed coming along for the ride. A couple of bleach tablets in this, and the water just stays sparkling clear. Couldn't be happier. Through here, you can't see it right now, but through here you can see the stone wall that I built behind it. And this is the water fountain after we got it built and installed. And I thought you would enjoy that. You know, we put a lot of hard work into this. Matter of fact, I'll stand out here where you can hear me a little better. I can hear myself think. So we've got the wall over here built, we've got the fireplace built, we've got the deck stained and built, we've got this part of the gardens all done. We got one more sidewalk to come up to here and some more steps to build here next year, 2015. I think that's it for this year. Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton, we want to thank you for coming along for the ride. We hope that you're inspired to go out here and try some of these projects yourself, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. No rain. Blessings. Looks pretty good. Okay, we're back, and we just got a pattern going here. It's a pretty basic pattern. It's a row of 3. So, and we just gave ourselves the same distance from here to here, and we're going to fill this in with the polymeric sand. So come along and watch me lay this stone sidewalk. It's actually pretty easy. We're going to need that, some medium squares. Okay, so do you see our pattern here? We got the small, medium square, large square. Medium square, rectangle, and then you come over here at the rectangle, or small square, and the rectangle, small square, large square, small square, small rectangle, and then we'll do the eyes like that. But this right here, these 3 rows right here, this is your basic pattern right here. Right here. This right here is your basic pattern. And then you just start over again, and then when you have another side distance there, you just figure that out. I went with a small, medium, and then an oblong. small, medium, and then an oblong. What do you think, John? All right, when I get this done, now we got to do these corners here. That's going to be the hard part. Okay, it's day 3. We lost a day and a half due to storms, but it's a beautiful 77-degree day today. We're ready to get started, and we're filling in some of our cut pieces around some of our angled steps and things. But come on, and I'm going to show you how we finish this up. Come on. Okay, we're getting there. We're doing all the small cuts. It's all the triangular cuts and trying to make things work between this stone archway here. I'm finally in some shade. Other than some small cuts along here and raising up my edgers right through here and backfilling this with dirt, landscape fabric, and mulch, I'm done with the actual patio. And you can see here I just took some edgers and locked the step itself in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to step down here now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this sidewalk right down the side of our building. Okay, hubby's setting the edgers for me.
I gotta get some more sand.
Oh, you got to sand? And then he'll come through here and he'll cut and fill in the little square holes here. He'll just take some of these small ones here and he'll cut those in half and fill in the blanks for me. And he'll fix these corners. But you can see here, I not only have the sidewalk laid, but I got the patio for the most part laid. Again, he'll come in here and he'll cut these here and he'll make these work. And see, we'll just come right in here, right into my new office here. Yes! I gotta hang my curtains and paint the trim still. I've been a little, and I still haven't stained my staircase. But now when you come out here, we've got a nice patio here. And we ran out of stones, so I need the small squares. So I went ahead and set everything where they go except for the small squares. And now we're gonna start on the final sidewalk, which takes you right here through the arbor. We decided that looked pathetic after getting this down and coming around the corner and seeing this one. So this is just soil. This will get backfilled with soil, and then we're going to landscape all of this. So we'll stand out here. Let me stand out here so you can see it better. What we'll do here is we'll just extend our landscape then right on down through here and right on around. I got the barn painted about 3 days ago. I laid the stone here with my husband's help. I couldn't hardly carry those things. These stones here were what was over here on this patio over here. And then we've got the grass seed and the new soil, topsoil. We just put down some nice topsoil here, down all along here. And we'll fill all this with soil as well. And then I'll plant this in some perennials or something. And then here is that other patio and steps that we laid. Here's my little hog carrier. The US Army man. And it goes like this. That is done, folks, but not a lot of people know it. And you got a little loco when you've laid over 6 tons of stone in 4 months. So what do you think?
Looks good.
Let's get back there and see how it looks. This is imperative to have the anything.
You want to take some pictures of your walk here?
Yeah, in just a minute I will. I'll finish up this line right here. So that I can say that I got it done, sir. Why these are off there? Let's say off a little bit. That's how that's done right there, folks. Right there's how it's done. I've only got that much more to go. Go ahead and walk around and give them the tour.
Here, honey.
Oh, I'm covered in sand.
You're
I
fine.
even got it in my mouth. Well. Okay, I'll stand back here. We're replacing this junky thing. See, my roses are all blooming. You call them blooming roses. Them blooming roses. Don't hide from me. Our redbuds are looking good. My Scottish piece of the bird bath it is, you know. Okay, so this is the sidewalk that we're relaying. We had these right here down. These stones here, they were super heavy. And we put these around the barn. I'll show that to you here in just a second. And we went ahead and I liked this sidewalk that we laid around the patio so much. And I even put my flower back on it. Hubby did. So we lifted all this up, put down new sand. We re-put down the Brock paver bases again. Re-leveled all of this. And hubby's gonna come back through here and cut a few. He's my cut man today. My cut man, right there's my cut man. Okay, and there you go. And you can see I just ran my chalk line right down here, or my string line, excuse me. And that's how I leveled it. And mother sat there yesterday and talked to me as I laid my sidewalk. See, you only start to talk like you're from Britain when, you know, a really poor British accent, when you're bored after laying this much stone. Because this is lifestyles of the rich and famous. Oh, I've got that on camera. Here's our fountain. We got everything all mulched. And mother brought me some mums. Mumsy brought me some mums. Got the steps in. Got the deck all stained. New table and chair set. New sitting areas. Move the dining over here, or the rockers over here. And then we've got the fireplace and the pit group over there, and the greenhouse over here. There's a quick tour. You get a little cuckoo after you've laid this much stone in just a couple of days. It's been, between the rains, it's been about 2 weeks. And I still got to finish making the rest of my capstones. But for those of you that saw my capstones video, with all my sea glass and seashells where I made the tops. You can go here and learn how to do that. Go right here and I'll teach you how to slip form your wall and how to slip form your archway. And go right here and you can start with video number 1 where I teach you how to lay your own stone sidewalk. And doesn't that look precious? Precious. I told you get a little goofy after doing this day in and day out. And then you come over here and look at the luscious grass we've got growing this year. And John and I put down new fabric and re-landscaped all of this. Oh, there he is, he's in the picture. The man of the hour. Okay, we got all this landscaped. We just moved some bushes over here where we're putting the other sidewalk in today, or the other patio. We just moved those bushes around here. Put a couple of climbing roses up to grow up and over the archway. I'm happy. Goodness, motorcycle's getting ready to take off. Excess speeds of over 100 miles an hour, easy. He's gone.